Okay, I'm down to 5 decks. So there's no more shuffling. I'm just grabbing. But I'm going to take 2. Okay, we got the Magicmakers Tarot. Beautiful deck. And the Linestrider Tarot. Also a beautiful deck. I don't know what the reading's going to be about. And let's take 3 Oracle decks, please. All right. We got the Everyday Witch Oracle, Sacred Symbols, and Divine Time. This is also another one of the decks that I'm not really great at using. I got it in the same order where I got that Love Tarot that I'm not great at using, but we're going to make it work. Again, I don't know what the reading's going to be about just yet. I mean, you'll know by the title, but I don't know yet. But I'm going to go get these decks and prep them and then figure out a reading, and I will be back. Okay, I have everything prepped and ready to go, and I picked out an anger management spread. So you already knew this because of the title, I'm sure. But we have anger management. It's going to be 7 questions. Sorry, I have to map out where they go. And I'm sure I'm going to forget and then have to flip back over to this page to figure it out. But, okay. Question number 1, why are you so angry? It is the center, right? Yes. Okay. Question 2, what led to this situation? Question 3, what will happen if you express your anger? Question 4, what will happen if you suppress your anger? Question 5, what will happen if you calm your feelings? What can you do to calm your feelings? What action should you take? Woohoo, buddy. Just 1 card, please. All right. And what is your outcome? So at the very end there, I threw a card off the deck, and what I have is the 4 of Cups. That's usually like apathy. Just not feeling it, not being into what's going on around you. He's a cute little guy, though. Of course, it doesn't want to show it now. Okay. The message for the 4 of Cups is break free of your current patterns and be open to opportunities around you. So if you're angry, break free from that anger and open your eyes to what's going on around you. Okay, anyways, back to the reading itself. Sorry, I went off and started myself some tea. That's what you see right there. myself some hot water because I'm a little chilly. I'm cold. But in the process, I realized I wanted to do a divine timing card for the last question, Queen of Swords. No, what am I saying? Last question. 7, what is your outcome? So when is their outcome? When is this outcome for the collective? Just one card, please. When is this outcome going to happen for the collective? Okay. And then I still have this deck that I haven't used yet, and I'm not quite sure where I'm going to use it. Okay, so first question. Why are you so angry? We have temperance. So temperance is balance and moderation, communication, management of resources, and it's art and also healing. So I feel like this is saying that you've been doing a lot of healing and you're bringing yourself into balance. And you're probably like, Mal, if I'm balanced, why am I angry? A lot of us are taught to suppress our anger, especially if we're of the feminine variety. We're not usually allowed to be mad about stuff. We're told to suppress it, which I was going to bring this up with the question that asks about suppressing, wherever that is. I have this on my phone. It's not on my notebook this time. It's messing me up. Okay. That was question number 4. What will happen if I suppress my anger? I was going to bring this up then, but a lot of us are taught to suppress our anger. It's not ladylike to be angry. It's unbecoming. And we're taught to suppress it. And I fully believe that suppressing any emotion leads to sickness in your actual body. I'm not saying that's true. It's just something that I personally believe, but it's not healthy to suppress your anger. So maybe you're someone who has suppressed your anger for a very, very, very long time. And in this act of healing and coming into balance, you realize you have to face your anger. And so it might be bubbling up for you right now, and maybe that's something you're uncomfortable with because you've never dealt with your anger before because you were told to suppress it. If it doesn't fit, then, just let it brush off. You don't have to accept it. If you haven't suppressed your anger, then this message isn't 100% for you. I'm not saying the whole message isn't, but this portion at least isn't. But you're angry because you're coming into balance. You're trying to find your balance. And one way of finding balance is literally having to face the things you haven't been facing. Okay. It's on your phone now, not the notebook. What led to this situation? We got the 6 of Swords. Okay. Is it gonna... So the 6 of Swords is moving forward, healing. It's calm after the storm. It's leaving behind its journeys. And for me, it's always leaving thought forms that no longer serve you. It's literally walking away from ideas and thoughts that harm you and upset you and don't serve your higher good. So again, I really feel like you've been walking away from things that don't serve you. I feel like you've been healing yourself. What led to this situation? And in this healing, you've found some anger that you maybe never dealt with before. I'm going to take another sip of my water. I'm sorry. I'm going to put my glasses on for this one. I'm sorry, guys. My eyes have been killing me today. That makes it a little bit better. At least I can see my phone from here now. What will happen if I express my anger? We have the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is persistence, it's strength of will, it's resilience, it's pacing, it's timing the final push, it's facing a situation with courage. So if you express if you express your anger, I feel like it'll show others and yourself the strength of your will. It will prove to yourself that you're resilient. I think it's going to do a lot to build up your own self-esteem, because if you're like me and you're a person who has suppressed your anger, feeling your anger and verbalizing it can be quite scary, especially if you're like a people pleaser and you don't like to start fights. Expressing your anger and how you feel can be terrifying, because now you're the one starting conflict. But it is something that is necessary. You need to get your feelings out. So, on that note, Jesus, what will happen if you suppress your anger? I will make sure I write this down in my notebook from now on, because I thought I could just read from my phone and it would be fine, but it is not. What will happen if you suppress your anger? Yes, exactly. We got the Five of Cups. That's grief and loss. It's disappointment. It's loneliness. It's regret. It's trauma. Like, you're going to be very unhappy emotionally if you suppress your anger, if you don't let it out, if you don't express it in one way or another. And if you're angry at somebody, while it's nice to be honest about your feelings, if you don't feel safe to express your anger to them, you could at least let your anger out in the form of a letter. Like, you don't have to give it to them, but just, you could write it out. You could journal it out. As long as you are able to express your feelings somehow, some way, it doesn't have to be to the person or people who upset you. It could just be to yourself, but just being honest with yourself about your feelings, how you're angry and why you're angry, just expressing that will do you a world of good, because if you suppress it, you're going to be in a very unhappy place. What am I doing? Oh. 4, 5. What will happen if I calm my feelings? Calming your feelings is not the same thing as suppressing your anger. Calming your feelings means accepting your feelings and calming down. It means taking a step back and looking at things. So, we got temperance again. So again, temperance is balance, moderation, self-control, alchemy, patience, healing, art. So if you calm your anger, I think you'll come into full alignment and balance with yourself. If you notice, the other temperance wasn't doing it, but this one is, and a lot of them are. This temperance has a cup or a bowl in each hand, and one bowl is water and the other one is fire. Typically that would be action and emotion, but just for the sake of being, let's make this calmness and anger. The point is to hold both things at once equally. Like, you don't have to choose one over the other. You don't have to just throw the anger down and hold on to the calm. But it's being able to hold both at the same time and knowing that you're all right. You can be angry and you can be calm, and you can hold both of those feelings at the same time. And honestly, you can hold both of those feelings for the situation or the person, whatever it is that's angering you. You can hold both of those feelings at once. That's the whole struggle of life, is actually just coming to accept that it's a duality here. We have emotions, and a lot of times they conflict. But instead of fighting over that conflict, the true goal is to just hold both at once and know that, yeah, I love this person. I'm also mad at this person. You know? But yes, if you're able to calm yourself, I think you will find true balance. And then I asked the Everyday Witch Oracle, how could you help to calm yourself? And we got meditation to dig deep. So that's meaning sit with your feelings, sit and meditate so that you can dig deep inside yourself. I know the picture shows her digging in the ground, them digging in the ground, but it's digging deep within yourself. Sit with yourself so you can find your true emotions. You sit with that anger, or sit with the calm, sit with them both, but meditate to find those feelings and those true emotions so that you can come into temperance, come into balance. What action should you take? We have the Three of Pentacles, that is collaboration, commitment, creativity, patience, and focus. So normally I go with, collaboration and working with others, but I think it's patience and focus here. The action that you should take is patience and focus, and I feel like that falls right back into this meditation to dig deep. Sit with yourself, find the patience to sit with yourself, and focus deep inside so that you can come to the heart of your feelings. What is your outcome? We got the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is discerning. She's the truth. She's perceptive and protective. She's sharp-witted, and she's communicative. So I feel like, what is the outcome? The outcome is eventually you're going to have complete and total control over your thoughts. You're going to be so in balance that nothing really knocks you off track. Like, you're going to be able to discern the truth immediately. You're going to be there. You're going to be so perceptive and just on it, because you're going to know your own heart. You're going to know your insides. You're going to know that you're holding that balance. I think that's really beautiful, to tell the honest truth. She's intuitive and perceptive. And she can tell when something is the truth and when it's not. And I just feel like the outcome of all this, again, you're healing, and it's going to turn you into the Queen of Swords. And then I asked the Divine Timing deck when this would happen, and of course it gave me the lovely have faith. Every time I ask for a timing card, I always get an answer like this. I never get, oh, in a month, oh, in February, oh, in a few weeks. It's always, stop asking and just trust. Just have faith. So I don't have a time for you, and for that I apologize, but just have faith in yourself that you have the power within you to come to your truth, to come into balance, to express your emotions, your feelings, express your anger without getting out of control. Again, you don't have to do it to the situation or to the people. You can express it in your own creative, artistic way, whether that be drawing, singing, screaming, stomping, writing it out. Sometimes people like to write letters to the people who have upset them and then burn them. I don't do that just because I don't like to play with fire. I do my candles, and I'm very iffy about candles. Like, I'm just always scared of setting something on fire, but I almost had a house burn down once, so that was scary, and that probably affects me with fire. But yeah, I don't burn letters that I write to people, but I do sometimes write my feelings out. I just don't burn them. It would be very cathartic. I don't want to catch things on fire that I'm not trying to burn, and that's a big possibility. So if you do that, just be careful. Please be safe and be careful. We pulled the cards and it said to do a sacred symbol oracle. So can I get a symbol for this collective? We got the knife, and it's number 42, and release. Just because these aren't long, I'll go ahead and read that out to you. Symbol is the Kurpan. I called it a knife. The Kurpan is a ceremonial dagger carried by baptized Sikhs. It cuts through negative energy and upholds the saint soldier creed that devotes the Sikh religion embrace. Oh, that devotees of the Sikh religion embrace. Release. Without delay, cut the cords to any unhealthy or toxic people, places, energy, habits, and beliefs. This is a time to stand in your truth without cutting anyone down in the process. Meditate on this when you want to be the spiritual warrior with love, honor, and compassion. Right now, I would say that you should be cutting your ties to the fact that anger should be suppressed. I'm not telling you to go rage. Again, I just think that you should express your feelings in one way or another in order to release them from your body. But in order to do that, you have to release the idea that feeling your anger is something that's bad. Oh, and I wanted to say, in the very beginning, can't believe I forgot it, the first question, why are you angry? And I had temperance, and I had balance and healing. At the bottom of that deck, literally, we have justice. So I really do feel like you're angry because you're healing yourself and you're coming to realize that some things just weren't okay, and so you're starting to feel that anger. Like, it's justice that's bringing this anger on. Like, justice knows that you were wronged and you have a right to feel your feelings. Yeah. I'm glad I remembered that before. It's what happens when I get sidetracked and cold and try to make drinks. Anyways, I hope that this reading was enlightening for you. I hope that you're having a beautiful day. I hope that you have a beautiful week, and I hope that you have a beautiful life. Thank you for being here. I love you. Bye.